See how you are? See how you are? People complaining about where you at. Tonio Diaz saying, where are you at? Well, we're back. I see the comments coming through. It's another edition of ThursDIAZ. I want to say thanks to everybody that's supporting us, joining us, letting us what's going on. I see the comments already. It's 8:30. Where are you guys? Where are my guests? I don't know. Where are my partners? I don't know. But it's 8:30, so I'm going to keep going it. And let's go here. And wow. All right. So, first of all, welcome to another edition of ThursDIAZ. If you're watching this on YouTube, do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that gets involved with us every single week. And I think Coach is texting me right now. Yes, the same link. Yeah. All right. So we'll get him going. And we see everybody there. And let's see here. Is he logged in? He says he's logged in. Oh, there he is. That was my fault. You know what? You're right, Coach. That was my fault. You were logged in. I didn't have you because I was too busy looking at the comments from Tonio saying, I got my iPad ready and I want to have you on the show. So welcome to ThursDIAZ. Coach Joel Diaz. Roberto Diaz might be joining us later on. He's trying to make sure he has a good cell phone connection. But Coach, how are you doing? Happy ThursDIAZ.
Happy ThursDIAZ. Hey, happy to be back. I'm good. I'm actually excited. I'm ready. And things are always looking good, man. Thank God. So we're back after a couple of weeks. I'm happy to see you again.
Yeah, we last week we still did the show without you, Coach. I know you were driving back trying to hustle back, and I told you don't even worry about it. So what I did last week, we got 3 people. Is it? It is. It is Roberto Diaz. He is live. Roberto, the show's already started. We are joining us right now. So thank you for joining us, Roberto. How are you doing?
I'm good. I miss you guys, man. I miss you. It's been too long.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the link. I'm like, where's the link? My IT guy sabotaged me.
Yeah, I see the IT guy sabotaged you, so we messing around.
I think Razo's interfering. That's why.
Yeah, let me fix that. You know, Roberto, if you see on your screen right now, it says Tonio Diaz because we had to use him. Let me delete him.
Sorry, Tonio.
And there it is. Boom. Now it's Roberto Diaz. There you go.
Roberto, on your end, Razo always interferes. On my end, Tonio always interferes.
Ya ves? They're trying to take over our show.
I know.
There it is. And as I was saying, so we missed both of you guys. Let me recap whatever's been going on. So last week, Roberto and Coach, both of you guys were unavailable. So I did the show by myself for about 45 minutes. And what I did is I told the story of how the show really gets going, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I took questions from people, and I was explaining to them that when you're working as an analyst, you're not a hater. You're watching what you're seeing, what's going on, everything else. So it was a good conversation last week with people, and then we let Tonio come on in for the last 10 minutes. So Tonio came to the show. We had fun with him, and he has some good stories. So it was pretty cool last week where I just told people asked me questions about the boxing broadcast side, and I showed them and I talked to them, so it was fun. And I did a lot of talk about how we may not have a huge audience, but we don't care about that because the audience that we do have is loyal. They're with us, and they're really intelligent fans about boxing. And Coach, I know that you get the messages early on in the morning. Roberto, you do too. If we're gonna have the show, we're gonna have the show. Today, I was almost tempted to say no because I've been running around all day long. As you said, I still have a dress shirt on, so I just got back. I have a hairbrush and everything. So, but no, we wanted to do it. And Coach and Roberto, we missed you guys. Glad that ThursDIAZ is back. The crew is back. But let me show you what's going on before we get to the drinks. So this is how we're going to start the show from now on.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. It's Thursday,
and you already know what that means.
Plenty of laughs, off the subject discussions, and of course, real boxing talk. So pop open a cold one or vino. Here's the real life Tres Amigos, sports TV broadcaster and reporter Bethel Duran, your host.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
And co-host, legendary Golden Boy matchmaker, Roberto Diaz, and world champion trainer, Joel Diaz. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ThursDIAZ. ThursDIAZ.
Wow.
Yo, that's awesome, man. That is, hey,
That was
come on.
great.
Hey, we're moving on up, como decía the Jeffersons.
Oh yeah, as you would say, our friend Jeremiah Gallegos does a great job. I harass him and say his little tuxedo, but he does a fantastic job on the broadcast, on everything else, and he made that for us. I just told him, hey, can you make us an open? I just wanted him to say the names. I didn't think he was going to go all out like that with the music. So for you,
You went all out.
all out. So we're going to start the show from now on with an open. We have it, all that good stuff. And part of the reason we never use music is because the show is live on YouTube. And when you have it live on YouTube, YouTube comes down and they'll take music away and they'll shut things down. So that's pretty cool from Jeremiah to do that, to find a beat that we can use universally. So that's awesome. So, all right. So now, welcome to another edition of ThursDIAZ. We are here for you. And before I get to everything else here, there's a picture that was sent today, and I want to say
Yes. Oh my God.
this is
Good, though.
this is right here. Mikey V323 puts a picture of La Chusma, right? It is fantastic. El Chavo theme there. So Mikey V323, so good. We have, like I was saying, we have these dedicated fans that come strong for you, and they do everything else. Marco Favela does graphics for us, all that other good stuff. But Mikey V, one more time, the Chusma picture is up.
I don't know. Hey, Mikey V did this one too. I don't know if he ever sent it to you. I already watched it.
Oh, wait. No, he didn't send me any of it. Look at this guy.
That is hilarious.
That you, Antonio?
Yeah, mi Antonio. As my mom would say, gente sin que hacer. Like, it's like,
No tienes nada que hacer. ¿Ah?
no thing, nada que hacer. All the time in the world. And then, all right, one more picture that I'm going to show. Then we'll get the show going because I'm in a good mood. I got a big, tall beer ready to go. So we're here for you. Our good friend, the Green Eye Bandit, is at Dodger Stadium right now. And he's watching ThursDIAZ from Dodger Stadium right now. So dedicated, the Green Eye Bandit. So
That's a true fan.
this is what I was talking about last week, that the fans are really dedicated for us, and everybody that sends messages throughout the day, hey, are we doing the show? Are we doing the show? I see your messages. It's just not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I don't know at that time if we're doing it because running back and forth, but we're definitely going to do it for you. So how are we doing? Everything's going on. Coach, I saw that you already opened up a beer. Roberto, what are you drinking?
I got very early phone calls and a flight tomorrow morning, so
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I'm going to be very good today.
Okay,
Ni
where are you
agua,
going?
ni café.
I'm
going to Guadalajara.
Oh, what's in Guadalajara? That you can tell us.
Just for a weekend,
Okay.
a little outing for a weekend,
Of course.
a wedding.
A wedding that's probably at somebody's mansion. He's going to be at Chivas Stadium or something. There you go. Coach, what do you got?
You know, yesterday after I left the gym, I've been working at the gym morning and night. And I got home and I just wanted a beer, right? So I posted a picture of a beer, and one of the guys, a local guy here, he's actually related to my brother-in-law. He hit me up and says, "Hey, Coach, how about some mix for your beer?" I go, "You have some?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll bring it to you." So he called me today. "Oh, I got some good stuff for you. Look, beer me.
Oh, they just followed me on Instagram. Yeah.
Look,
Ande.
I made myself one. Beer me here in Coachella. Steven Hernandez, hit him up, and I just tried it. It's really good. And salud.
Yeah, they just followed me. Beer Me 760 is just following me. So really good job. Damn, that looks good, Coach.
Una michelada nunca cae mal.
Never.
Oh
never.
man, it's good.
Yeah.
Roberto, too bad. I mean, you have to travel, but hey,
Yep.
when you get to your destination, have one.
For sure. Absolutely.
And like I told you, was running.
I met Favela.
Oh, Marco Favela.
I met him in person in Dallas.
Yeah.
He was at the Canelo fight. I met him at the weigh-in.
Yeah, we're getting to that. And for right now, I only have a small beer.
That is small beer.
Yeah, I feel.
Lo hice LA, su caguama.
Yeah.
It's that kind of day. I was gonna go I stopped at the liquor store around the corner. I was gonna get a 6-pack. I just wanted a beer, right, Coach? I didn't want no liquor.
Yeah.
I didn't want no wine. I wanted a beer, and I just saw it. I was like, you know what? That kind of day. I've been running around. Yeah. I was a Hollywood producer today. I got Roberto. Hey, if we want to make movies, we're ready to go, man. I'm making moves. So we're here. Right. But I said, here, let's go. And cheers to everybody else. Salud. Beer me 760. Roberto, tomorrow we'll have some fancy wine. Michelada. But I did go shopping on Monday, Roberto, because I knew we were going to have a good show. And I bought a bottle of Coppola.
Oh, Coppola, yeah.
So that was what the plan was for today. Then I was like, I'm tired. Let's get a beer. So let's get going. All right. So, Coach, let's start with you. Let's go backwards. Last weekend, I saw you and Carson yelling at me after the fight. I was front row, thanks to Mr. Ken Thompson, took care of us and the staff. And you turned around and you said, that's how we effing do it. After Brandon Figueroa stopped Luis Neri. Coach, you were fired up.
You know, I was fired up since I got there because, I mean, nobody gave us a chance, you know. And those are the type of victories that you enjoy the most because, I mean, everybody was calling Brandon Figueroa El Niño Bonito. You know, he don't even know how to fight and, you know, and this and that, you know. So, and Roberto knows very well why I'm saying this because when he brought Omar Figueroa back then, I think it was 2014, and that kid was still out there as an amateur, and the dad was very persistent, like, Roberto, help me with Brandon. But honestly, you know, Roberto, like, oh, man, you know, hey, tranquilo, let me see what we can do for him, you know? And then I know that Omar Sr. was always calling Roberto, help me with Brandon. You know, Roberto was busy, and honestly, and I could tell you the same thing, maybe a lot of people never thought Brandon was going to make it to this level. And so the dad back in Texas, he was putting shows himself to put his son on the card. So his Omar Sr. was making events back in their hometown, taking him to Mexico and here and there, and he kept hustling with his boy. So when he made that call and told me, hey, you know, Brandon is fighting Luis Neri. I said, okay. He says, and over here in Texas, you know how it is. My son is already that point where he comes to the gym late. Sometimes he don't come, you know. He's already in his comfort zone. I'm going to go to California. He has a lot of respect for you. Whatever you tell him, okay, we'll bring him. I got perfect sparring for him. Actually, Manuel Flores, the kid fighting on the 19th in El Paso, was his primary sparring partner. This kid Flores is really tough, really strong, and he gave him hell every day, and we were pushing him. And throughout that time, I was already getting some information from Neri's camp, and you know what he was doing, how he was feeling, how he was performing, and I said, okay, perfect. So then we started talking to Brandon. I said, Brandon, look, this kid, he's gonna have problems with the weight. So what you're gonna do is have no respect for him. So since the beginning of the bell, I said, Neri probably has 3 to 4 rounds, and then after that, he's done. So, you know, his father had a fight earlier in the card, so he left, and I stayed behind, just Brandon and I was in his room, and I started telling him, hey, Brandon, you know, just keep pressuring him. Don't give him an inch to breathe. Just keep on him. Based on the status that he's dehydrated because he had trouble with the weight, he's going to gas out quick. And sure thing, you know, he was listening. I was yelling at him, hey, stay close with him. Keep pressuring. Apply pressure. And then by the third round, I saw Neri breathing hard. By the time Neri started running around the ring, I told Brandon, that's a good thing. His legs are going to wear out. Just keep applying pressure. There was a point in the 5th round when I told Brandon, I'm surprised if he comes out of the corner his next round.
Really?
And I said, okay. I said, now it's time for you to switch it up. Now I need you to blind him on top and throw that left to the body. Because in the gym, he's in there just tapping, and then he lets go of that hook, and he hurts you to the body with both hands. As a matter of fact, I got so excited when he landed that shot that everybody was like waiting for the count, and I just looked around and said, "He's not getting up. He's not getting up." I told him from the beginning when he went down, I go, "Hey, Brandon, he's not getting up. I'm guarantee you." And everybody was still waiting for the count of 10. I said, "Nah, he's done." But that's exactly what happened. I was really excited and very happy for Brandon because, I mean, we put in some time in the gym. He was in there working every day, very, very disciplined. He had I think this was his best training camp ever because he was in the gym every day on time. He had the proper sparring. He did the work. He never complained. And another element of the team was Federico Wintenkamp, who is another guy that came from Argentina, who was Lucas Matiz's nutritionist and conditioning trainer, and brought him in. He helped him with his nutrition. As a matter of fact, Brandon was eating breakfast the day of the weigh-ins in the morning and never had a problem with the weight. He came in at 121 and a half, and he was solid. He was solid at 133 the day of the fight. There was no way Nettie was going to hurt him.
That's cool. That's cool. Congratulations, Coach. I know you were fired up. We're there. Like I said, I was sitting there front row. Thanks to Mr. Ken Thompson, and it was a fun fight. It was a fun evening there in Carson. It was good to be back.
Coach is right. I would get the calls from Omar Senior. Hey, help me with Brandon. And it was the thing was, at the time, sometimes it's difficult in some weight classes to find opponents. I had already had a lot of struggle finding opponents for Randy Caballero and Diego at times. So I was like, man, I don't want to deal with the weight class. But something was like, when you see one brother or one sibling make it to where Omar made it, which was he won a world title, it's almost hard to duplicate that or better that with the next one. And I thought, man, I'm setting myself up for failure because Omar already won the world title. He was still undefeated. He was up almost towards the end or had just left Golden Boy when the father was calling me about Brandon. One thing I'll never forget the father would tell me is he's very disciplined, Roberto. You're not going to have the headaches like with Omar. He's very disciplined. And look, he's a unified world champion, undefeated, never missed weight. I mean, the kid is doing things right, and the payoff is there. Things are important. So, congratulations. Great victory, Coach. Great victory to the Figueroa family. I'm happy for the father. Hopefully, someday soon, we can have a celebration in the ring together with Ronnie Rios and Azat Hovhannissian, with both of them or one of them. So
yeah,
that'll be a very big fight for either or. So we'll keep rooting for him. Absolutely, we know them since he was a little boy, and I like what I see. Congratulations to him and to the team and to the family.
Yeah,
thank you. The thing is, it puts a lot of people in a bad position, even myself, because in my camp we have Ahmad Aliyev, Morjan Ahmad Aliyev, who is the IBF WBO champion, right? And that puts us in a position where, let's say, if they meet down the road, But talking to the father and talking to Brandon recently, it gave me a little bit of relief. The fact that they're already talking about September 11th fight in Fulton, okay?
Yep.
And if that happens, regardless of what the outcome is on that day, Brandon already says he's having a lot of trouble making one. Yeah, he's moving to 26. So that gives me a little bit of relief because Ahmad Aliyev, honestly, at one point, Omar Figueroa himself, Omar, his brother, like he says, Coach, I have a lot to say in my brother's career. He listens to me, and I tell him what's right and what's wrong for him. And there was talks before about Brandon facing Ahmad Aliyev, and he says, Coach, I will not let my brother fight that guy. Believe me, I won't. So, I wouldn't want to be. I love the family. I have a lot of respect for them, and I wouldn't want to be in that position, honestly, because I have a lot of respect for them. I have a lot of respect the father, the whole family. I mean, since the time they came to India for the first time, honestly, they're great people. Omar is like a brother to my son, and I mean, they get along so well. And the father and I, we get along really well, also. So I wouldn't want to be in that position, being in the opposite corner. So, hopefully it doesn't happen. But, talking to Brandon and his father, I think if that Fulton fight happens, regardless of the outcome, they're just moving up to 126.
Okay, all right. So there it is. So now you guys know that Fulton is the mandatory. He was in the ring with him on Saturday in Carson. And Antonio brings up MJ is the WBA super champion, IBF champion. So you'll and
sorry, Toño. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And 122 is a stacked division. Spino's Boxing is checking in right now. So hello to everybody watching. If you're just jumping in right now, get yourself your drink. You'll get yourself a cocktail, whatever it is you're drinking. My friend Chew the Beer. Chew, your beer is here. I have a beer. We're having a good time. So all kinds of stuff coming your way. Now, Roberto, I want to get to you. Oh, who we got? ¿Cuál es eso?
Look, when your daughter has more money than you,
Ande!
that's a problem.
Ande!
Why do you have so much money? Damn, maldita pobreza. Look at this. Damn. I'm gonna have to get a loan from her today.
So she's a boxing manager. She has all the money. Look at her.
I'm gonna go check under my pillow.
Coach, she didn't even answer you. She just looked and walked away.
No, what happened was this past weekend on Sunday, both of my little girls, they did the first communion.
Oh.
So, nowadays, most of the family and friends, they don't give gifts. They just give them money. So they got a pretty good stack. They were happy because now this girl has plans. She wants to open a bank account.
Good.
She wants to do this. Yeah, so like.
She wants to be a boxing promoter too. Get all the money. Like one of the first lines I heard is like, if you want to lose a lot of money, put on a fight. You will learn how to lose money quickly. There you go. And for those of you guys wondering, don't give kids money. Give them a 529 account. Save that money for college. So 529 is what you need right there. Or as Chew Your Beer says, Coach, she probably sold one of those 1942 bottles behind you. That's what she did.
No, look. Hey, I know, man. I don't even know where to put them. Look.
Otra?
No, there's a lot more on the table.
Oh man!
I mean, there's a bunch of them back here. There's on this table here. Look.
I think Coach is free. There you go. Oh, more. Oh, what a beautiful sight. He's got all ready to go.
Good thing I'm not an alcoholic.
No. No. El abuso, as my dad would say. Now, Roberto, you were in Dallas for Canelo's fight. That's where you saw our graphic designer, Marco Favela. Green Eye Bandit was also there. We had a couple of people from ThursDIAZ watching it. Tell me the story when you're at the weigh-in and somebody's yelling at you saying ThursDIAZ.
Yeah. The weigh-in was over, and I'm getting ready to leave. And I'm hearing some guys yell, "Hey, come over, ThursDIAZ." And I'm like, what? So I walk over, and I didn't know Favela, so that's where he says, "I'm Favela." I'm like, "Oh, bro, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love." And we took a picture, and I was very happy to see somebody that's week by week, even without knowing, I know is here with us as family, as supporter, as a fan, friend. So it was really cool to see him in person and meet him.
Yeah, that was cool. I know people yell at different kind of things, especially at a weigh-in. It's always the kind of things, but like to get to hear the ThursDIAZ, because I went to the fights.
Walking in and being yelled some bad stuff, it was good.
Yeah, so I walked in Saturday. So Saturday the fight's in Carson. I walked in with RC's, my good friend, the barber, and Jeanette from Thompson Boxing set us up. Mr. Ken Thompson that took care of us to watch Danny Roman, who was the co-feature on there. So we were able to get great seats, and it's the first time in years that I went to StubHub as a fan. So I was like, wow, this is weird. And I was like, okay, this is cool. As I'm walking in, somebody yells at me, ThursDIAZ, stickers. I don't, but here's the thing.
Stickers.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I turn around and there's nobody around me, right? I'm like, okay. And then I look, there's people there. So whoever is that person that yelled at me, ThursDIAZ stickers, like, send me the message so I can send you the stickers. I don't walk around with stickers in my hand. I still got a bunch here, so we've got them. But it was cool just to see, like, the reaction from fans of, like, how we're getting it, or just, like, see what's going on. My cousin Hector in Oakland put it on the back of his SUV. I'm like, it's cool. Like, the little community that we've built here is starting to grow and grow and grow. So the Chusma is having a good time. We're here for you. Now, Roberto, take me back to Canelo's fight in Cowboy Stadium. We've done fights there before when he fought Smith, but this one looked way different. You had Pepe Aguilar, his daughter. It was a performance. It looked really cool to be there.
No, it was. It was some good, very good atmosphere. I mean, coming off the pandemic, where I think the fans were starving for just to get out, and obviously, see Canelo in a fight that many thought was going to be very complicated, very difficult for him. You saw the support, you saw the love that the people have from him, and you know what? It paid off. He inspired the crowd to get into it as well, and did the job. Did the job once again.
It looked really cool to be there, and it was like, oh, okay, this was nice because, like I said, we did the fight when he fought
Liam Smith,
correct. And that was cool. Just walking in to Cowboy Stadium, and you're like, wow, this place is crazy.
It's big. It's enormous. I won't say it's big. It's enormous. You walk in there, and you're like, wow, you know what? It's amazing atmosphere.
Now, I'm not going to say anything, Roberto, but I've been to SoFi Stadium. I worked games there this year. I can't wait till you put on a show at SoFi. I don't know who you're going to put there. And I'm not. This isn't breaking news. I'm not saying Golden Boy's doing a show there, but I can't wait till Roberto puts on a show at SoFi, a big mega fight. Because having gone to Cowboy Stadium, just wait till you go to the new SoFi Stadium. How amazing it is!
I heard part of the team went out. And
did they?
They went out to scout the venue and check it out and everything. And what they're saying is it's amazing.
Yeah.
The screens. Obviously Razo had to go. He had to show up and say my Rams Stadium. But we have a big surprise for the fans tomorrow, hopefully, and they'll be excited because there's some news coming out tomorrow for July 9th, and you know what? I'm really excited. Obviously, we have our June card first, but July card is something special because, number one, it's back in LA, and it's the first fight that Golden Boy is doing now with fans, and I think we're gonna have an amazing, amazing night from start to finish. I think I'm working. We're working on putting on a great night of boxing.
So July 9th, the fight will be in LA. It's Zurdo against Sullivan Barrera, fantastic, and Jojo Diaz taking on Fortuna. That's what they've been posting. I mean, once again, just because I work for Golden Boy doesn't mean I know anything at Golden Boy. Okay, people. So don't. This is just me looking at what social media says. So that's what I know. But I'm just saying. I can only imagine, having worked Rams and Charger games this year at SoFi Stadium, how awesome it is, that board and then the seats and everything else. So if you think Cowboy Stadium was awesome, SoFi is much better and newer.
Wow.
Because it's all brand new and it's all digital. And it's just it's just like, wow. Like, everybody's like, LAFC, this is that. I didn't say anything. I don't know anything about it. I ain't worried about it. Just wait for the news tomorrow. Don't worry about it. All right, so here we go. Coach, before we move on right here, what is next on your schedule? Nothing?
Next on my schedule, I got Tito Sanchez fighting at the Thompson card.
Okay.
On the
June
6th.
6th. Okay.
June 6th.
All right, I'll see you there.
And then we have Beck the Bully and Manuel Flores in El Paso for Golden Boy. And then I have Batir Akhmedov fighting on the card, on the Gervonta Davis Barrios card, June 26th. I think that's going to land in Georgia.
Okay.
And then from there, we got some activity in July. So maybe a fight or two in July, but we're not 100% yet. But yeah, we got some activity in July. But we got boxing back into the camp.
And Roberto, for you?
I'm excited, man. Next weekend, and new WBC lightweight world champion of the world, Jorge Linares from Barinitas, Venezuela. Absolutely. And on the undercard, we got James Quigley against Shane Mosley Jr., which is going to be I mean, it's gonna be from the first bell. I think that's gonna be. It could steal the night. It could steal the show, because I think it's gonna be a very even up until the end, and it's gonna be a very good fight. It's a very important fight for both kids. They both know how significant a win will be if they really want to go to that next level and get the bigger fight. So I'm excited for next weekend.
That's Memorial Weekend in Vegas, right?
Correct.
That's Saturday.
Saturday the 29th.
Are they having fans there?
Yeah. In fact, it's obviously it was a surprise because it was limited to a certain amount of fans.
Yeah.
But really quick, they sold out of tickets. They had to request a little bit more space and more tickets available, and they sold out again. So I don't know what the capacity is. Again, it's not my card, but it's sold out. So
are you going to be there, Roberto?
Absolutely, to raise his hand, baby.
You know what? I might go. We might do a ThursDIAZ in Vegas. I mean,
hey, that would be beautiful.
Because you know what? I'm looking at my schedule right now. I have nothing going on next weekend. I got no job, so I might as well go. Hey, you know what? Favela lives in Vegas. It's sold out. I can just put me down as Roswell as like the guy in charge of the medicals. We can do things. You know what? I'm looking at my schedule right now. Maybe I might have to see you there, Roberto. That's interesting.
Absolutely, that would be great.
Yeah. Now, okay, here's what's going on. So last week, I talked about how this weekend, Roberto, Jessica Rosales and I are going to be doing a fight from Big Punch Arena in Tijuana. And it led to a story that Toño, and he's not going to come on the show. We're going to talk about Toño without him having on the show. He told the story, Coach and Roberto, that he fought in Tijuana, but it doesn't show up on his box rec, but he got paid, and that he was already, by the time they called him into the ring, they were taking the ring down, and that they told him, that he had to tell him, oh, no, you know what, no, I'm the main event, and they're like, oh, okay, so they left the ring up for Toño, then he knocked the dude out, but it doesn't show up on his box rec. He got paid, but he didn't have to go weigh in San Diego, that his manager said, how much do you weigh? Okay, yeah, that's your weight. How much of that story is true?
Let me ask you something, Joel. I don't know if this is it. Was it in La Plaza de Toros de Tijuana? Because I remember walking in the back and bumping into Toño and say, what are you doing here? And I think he told me, I'm fighting tonight. Yeah. And the reason they might have been breaking the ring down prior to him fighting is because Arce had already fought and they probably still had a couple fights left. And one of them was Toño.
All right.
That's true.
Is it, Coach, was Toño telling the full truth?
Hey, believe me, Toño, when it comes to stories, he doesn't forget. That's right.
Oh, because Coach, I tell you, last week the story got so good that Roberto, he said, okay, and I'm in the room, and I'm like, hey, you didn't call me for the weigh-in. Well, how much do you weigh? 145. Okay, that's how much you weigh right now. That's what you're gonna do. And it's like, well, he got paid, but he walked in. It was just like the total Tijuana desmadre. And I'm like, Toño, you were the main event? He's like, well, yeah, I was the main event. I was like, well, why are they tearing down the ring if you're the main event? But now we hear that it was Travieso Arce that was the main event. Interesting.
Just the fact that my mom don't like him doesn't mean he's lying.
But this leads me to this question, Roberto, because you deal with fighters, and you go and you look at their records, and especially when they're coming from Mexico, it's a thing called box rec. You want to go through the fight. Fighters will tell you that that's not their record all the time, right? Like, how come Mexico records don't kind of collaborate with the U.S. records?
Well, first of all, before there was just only relied on box rec, we had fight facts. Fight facts would depend on the commissions turning in the records and really check into if these fights existed. There's a lot of commissions, unfortunately, that'll record a fight happening that never happened. And it's just to build a record of a fighter that maybe has 2 or 3 fights, and all of a sudden it looks like he has 10 or 15. That's common, or people will pay a commission to say, hey, make like he fought, just to build a record. Fight facts would challenge that. Now we're only doing box rec BoxRec, I think, is learning that a lot of these fights aren't taking place. So they're checking to make sure these fights take place. Sometimes it's the local commission after the fight Saturday night. They go home Sunday. They don't turn in the paperwork till the following week, which registers all the fights. So it's a slower process than it is or that we're accustomed to out here. Look, a good example is Canelo Alvarez. If you see his record today, 50 plus wins, there's about 15 fights, 15 that don't appear on his record early on in his career because he was fighting in little pueblitos or little commissions, little towns where the commission somehow didn't report it. But there was some extra fights there that are missing on his record.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, Beto, an example. Me, if you go to my BoxRec, you see 18-3, but I'm 28-3.
See, there's 10 fights missing.
Because I fought at the casino here, the local casino, the Trump 29 casino back then, and they don't show because the commission there was the Indian Reservation Casino.
Indian Reservation.
Yeah. So those don't count in the California State Commission.
What?
That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Your record.
Yeah.
With your insurance.
For my insurance.
Yeah, I mean, if they would have qualified one more round.
I'm sure one round for my pension. And look, I got fights that I fought in California, but since they're through the Indian Reservation Commission, they don't count.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it got me thinking of what Tonio said last week. Like, oh, it doesn't show up. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean it doesn't show up? Like, I'm so used to the California Commission where everything's by the book that I forget it's, Mexico, where the guys are like, oh, my record's this. And it's like, really? What happened to it? Because Tonio told the story last week.
Tonio could, if he has some kind of newspaper or something that shows he fought, won that day, something, he could send it in and they could put the loss of that night. I mean, the win.
I go, loss? Okay.
So, remember, like, Fino Boxing brings up a good point. He says Zurdo has fights that are not on his record, so he could be 50. So, like, these guys, because in Mexico, you turn pro at, 15 or whatever it is, and you're young, so there's a lot of stuff that we just don't know. I mean, obviously, those 10, 15 fights early on don't really matter, but it looks great on
it would look good on a record.
On a record.
Right now, if Zurdo, instead of being 41-0, could say, hey, Mayweather, I got the better record. I'm 51-0 or 52-0. Okay. I mean, Canelo, like I said, it was like 10, 15 fights. So you want to get credit for the fight. I mean, obviously, if they were losses.
Yeah, we don't want
que se olvidaron, but if they're wins, as small as they are, hey, you should get credit for them because it just makes the record look better.
Interesting. There's always something interesting. Tonio says I didn't weigh in, and I wasn't the main event. I'm gonna have to go find newspaper articles. Yeah, go for Tonio. Go find Zeta. See what they did about Tonio Diaz. Take care of you right now. There's all kinds of little details that I'm always finding out, new wrinkles about the sport that I learned from you guys. It's always interesting, like when that stuff comes up.
This past weekend, Emilio Sanchez fought in Quintana Roo. If you pull up BoxRec, it's still not there. And it's almost been a week, but it should have been there a couple of days ago, but it's not.
Really? Oh, it's so many different things of what you could do and how you. But also, when I started announcing fights, I would ask a guy, "Oh, you're so and so." He's like, "No," and then you would see the trainer. See, like, all of a sudden, like, "No, I'm Jose Gomez." Like, no, you're Jose, whatever. Like. Little things like that.
That's a good point. There's fighters that might have the same fighter might have two different records. There's that losing record, and then that's the better record. Jose Antonio Lopez Martinez, and here I'm going to be Jose Martinez. Here I'm going to be Jose Antonio Lopez, or something. It's like, but it's the same fighter. It's
really?
Happening. Yeah.
So he just has a different record, like a different Mika somewhere?
Well, maybe in Mexico he starts maybe in Mexico, he has his ID. He goes in. It's not so good record. He's 10-5. Comes out to the U.S., brings out his new federal ID. Gives here they only do the first and last name, not the middle or second maiden name. So it becomes two different people, especially if he has that better record under this name over that name. So it's like I'm only going to present this.
Interesting. That's like the Dominican baseball players. All of a sudden, they become a millionaire, and then the pros, okay, I'm going to go back to use my real name, not the name I used when I was like 16 to sign. This is a good question from Eric Valenzuela. Can they fight pro in Mexico and amateur in the U.S. since those Mexican fights aren't sanctioned? They're not coming up on BoxRec.
They are sanctioned. They're just being so the question is no. Once you go pro, you're pro. They are sanctioned bouts if they're under a regular commission and sanctioned commission. Even if they're not appearing on BoxRec, it's just because they're taking a long time to upload them. But eventually they should appear.
Okay. So once you're pro in any country, you're pro anywhere.
You're pro anywhere. However, now the amateur program says, hey, professionals, some countries are trying to recruit professionals into the amateur program again to go compete. Why? They need to deliver medals. In order to maintain that government support, they need to provide a gold medal, a silver medal, a bronze medal, which at the end of the day, I mean, I'm personally, in my opinion, I'm against it because a professional going in against an amateur, first of all, you're taking away that possibility of the dream come true for the young amateur. It's a different game. It's a different game. You're not going in there as a professional trying to outwork or outpoint the amateur kid who's trying to outpoint you. You're in there waiting to land that punch that hurts and knocks him out. And I think it's gonna, I mean, knock on wood, it doesn't, but people are gonna get hurt before they start going back to, once you're a pro, you can't go back. And it's okay in basketball, it's okay in baseball, it's okay in the other sports, the dream team that win it, because they're not trying to hurt you. They're just trying to outplay you. And in boxing, what is the rule in the professional game? Go and hurt your opponent.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting because I saw Anthony Herrera, who was on the Olympic team. He was supposed to go to Japan, and what happened to him is because they don't have the qualifiers from AIBA, he's not going to Japan. I saw him at the fight the other day. He's trained by Estrellita Manny Robles, and this kid said, I'm on the Olympic team. I'm ready to go to Japan, but because we don't have these qualifiers, we can't go, so my dream has just been done. So he essentially wasted a few years of his life where he could have turned pro 3 years ago. But he was chasing that Olympic dream. So USA Boxing is only going to send 6 fighters to Japan. 2 of those men. It's because of the AIBA, the different rules and the qualifiers, what's going on. So I feel bad for the kid. So he says he's going to be turning pro because he has to now. I can only imagine that you're waiting your entire life. You're on the Olympic team, kind of, but you don't get to fight to the Olympics. That's I feel bad for kids like that. There's all kinds of different stuff, but it's all kind of different things. Fino Boxing bringing us Mexican news. Esmeralda Falcon becomes the first female to make the Olympics out of Mexico. Okay, cool. Congratulations, Esmeralda Falcon.
Congratulations, Esmeralda.
Yeah. Fino Boxing is just now our official statistician here, too. Razzle is in Mexico right now. You sent him to Mexico, Roberto.
He's having hot dogs in Guaymas.
And Guaymas? What is he doing over there?
Some of the best hot dogs. Sonora.
Why did you send Razzle to Guaymas?
Yeah, Razzle.
We have Evan Sanchez fighting out there in a couple days. Tomorrow. Evan Sanchez, tomorrow's the weigh-in, I believe. Yes, he'll be on there, and Razzle went out there to take care of him, make sure everything's good, and bring him back with another victory.
So now this is an interesting question for me. So you have fighters fighting in Mexico in different cards. How does a kid who lives in Central Valley, I think Parlier, where he's from, how do you get him in Guaymas?
Drive over to Tijuana, catch a plane to El Castillo, and then get the road over to Guaymas.
I set myself up for that.
where there's a will, there's a way. Victor Morales will be fighting in Tijuana June 5th. You know, it's a matter of just getting them back and active. And some of these kids have been waiting for a long time, training. And and I don't have all the cards or the spots, and it's like, okay, here we got you a spot over here, we got you a spot over there, and they want to fight, so they've been working, training, and it's go time.
So that's what you're doing right now? It's like finding where a different promoter, somebody you can work with that has a show, hey, let me put a guy on there?
It's on a couple occasions of the guys. Look, Evan Sanchez was like on 3 cards that got canceled. So It's like, I know he's been on like for 3 months training. So it's like, you know what? Here, there's an opportunity, a spot over here. We'll cover the expenses. Just go out there and fight, get some rust off. And Victor Morales was the same. Former world champion Jibaru Perez has a card June 5th. So I was able to get a spot on his and said, hey, Victor, go out there. Here's your opponent, and let's get down and dirty.
Now, Roberto, where did you send Razo?
Razo is in
Guaymas.
He's in a nice resort in close to Guaymas. Yes.
Guaymas, what was that, Sinaloa?
Sonora.
Sonora. Oh, you know where Razo's at? Razo, is that where you're at?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Razo.
Razo.
You gotta trim that over there, cabrón.
Andy, güey.
Making a special appearance from Guaymas.
Hey, look, little one.
Oh, Barrelitas. Look at
Razo.
Salud.
Salud.
Roberto, I'm taking care of business. I'm good, okay?
Yeah.
No.
Ande.
He has the big boy, the small boy.
Yeah.
Vallenita.
All right, Razo.
Not even like the Walmart.
Vallenita.
Yeah. Okay, now, Razo, we're going to have you on real quick. First of all, you're in Guaymas. Are you using your phone?
I'm using my laptop. I have like 33% left. We're good.
In other words, he's letting you know I don't have to be here just real quick. I can be here for all night.
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, we don't need him.
No, because I do have to get off because if I need my laptop, I'm like Toño, I forgot my cord.
Oh!
Yeah,
Okay.
hey.
Hi, Razo.
Okay.
A ver cómo nos va.
All right, real quick, Razo. Now, we just want to check in with you. Razo, how is the Wi-Fi there?
It's good. This hotel has good Wi-Fi, actually. It's really, I mean, I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're coming out good.
He has trouble for everything at his house. His phone don't work, and he gets mad at me.
Every time Roberto has problems with his Wi-Fi, it's you, Razo.
Yeah,
Hey, you're always
sabotage.
Roberto has trouble with his Wi-Fi, with his wife, con sus perros.
Oh,
You guys are good.
wow.
I'm good. Yeah, we're out here with. I'm right here actually with Team Sanchez, enjoying the pool view. Very humid, and yeah, we hear the venue's gonna be like on a pier, and in the ocean, so you can't go wrong with that.
All right, now everybody thinks they can be a matchmaker. Everybody thinks they can do your guys' job. Razo, when you show up tomorrow, what is your job?
Make sure number one, both fighters are there. Both fighters make weight, and they do all the stuff that they need with the commission.
Okay, all right. Now, Razo,
You got the gloves, you got everything.
Did you forget anything?
I got my cord
his
for my
cable for his
laptop.
laptop.
That's it. I mean, everything else. We got gloves. The fighters are here, which is good. That's the important part. They both made it. Their flights came in. They're both here. Now we need to, make sure that they're on weight and we're good to go.
Now, Razo, what if somebody asks you? What if somebody says, "Hey, where's my per diem? Did you give them their per diem?"
They got when they got here, the hotels were ready. I already had the wristband ready for food. Everything was good.
There you go, Razo. Roberto, any questions for your young employee?
Yes, Razo. Where's my gloves for next weekend? Forget tomorrow. I need next weekend.
Oh shit!
Tomorrow's taken care of already. What about next weekend?
Oh,
Send it.
They're in the office. They're
Send
there.
it.
Wow.
Linares are at the commission, and the other ones are in the office. And we're good. You're
Okay.
good, Roberto. But if you need me to go, whatever, next week, I'm there, brother.
No, Razo, we're going. You're driving.
Let's go.
Five to
Roberto,
nothing.
you can
Five
take
to
care of
nothing.
you could take care of
Sí,
Linares, and I'll
Marcelo.
take care of Quickly and Mosley fight.
Yeah, Razo, I just decided right now I'm going to the fight next weekend, and you're driving.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Hey, you guys are making me. You
We're
guys are
taking
making
Roberto's
me
Oh.
Porsche.
go to the fight too.
Coach, let's go. ThursDIAZ in Vegas next
I'm gonna
weekend.
go.
Oh,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We could do a special edition of ThursDIAZ from
Together
where? Not together,
From
but
Vegas.
from where?
from Vegas.
What's that seafood restaurant? Come on, guys.
Islitas. We'll go to Islitas.
Oh my God.
Islitas. Okay.
Man. Oh, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Razo, they give you another beer? Razo, did they just give you another beer?
Team Sanchez hooked me up with
Hey,
another one.
He's been on 1 minute, and there's been 3 beers already on the team.
Razo, where's your fighter?
He's in bed right now. We put him to
Good.
sleep.
Good. Okay. All right.
I
Okay,
thought he was
good.
drinking with him.
You're doing your job. You're doing your job.
All right, Razo, last question. Have you had a hot dog? That's what they want to know.
I haven't, but I'm a little
Un
scared.
dogo.
But I'm gonna go try it right now. There's a cart kid. Looks like a hot. Remember that Oscar Mayer Wiener
Yeah?
carrito? There's a guy in the corner, but it's not on a motorcycle. I'm gonna go try it. They said it was good right there, so I'm gonna go check it out.
You know, when
Gotta
I
eat
was
too.
when I was in Sonora, I was out there with Bernardo Zuna. Hey, he was like, hey, te voy a llevar que te comas un dogo. Un dogo. What's a dogo? It's a hot dog. In Sonora, they call hot dogs dogos, right? So me llevó con
Ah.
Güero Canelo. There's a restaurant over there called Güero Canelo.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
The
And
best.
they got
Arizona.
hot dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it in
Arizona,
Tucson.
yeah.
They're from Arizona. I mean, yeah, but Sonora, I think they're there too.
Yeah, they are. Roberto, you got company.
You got company, Roberto. The dog's coming in. All right, Razo. We just want to check in with you.
We're talking about hot dogs y llegan los dos perros.
Yeah.
Yeah, los dos perros.
All right, Razo, get to work. Save the battery.
Yes, sir.
Good job. We just want to.
Continue watching
Razo,
the
good
show
seeing
and
Look,
keep going.
All right, Razo.
Done.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
look.
Maximus, the Frenchies just showed up. Razo. You know, the Frenchie's here. There you go. Where's that dog? Put the dog back out, Roberto, because the dog ran away. Your IT doesn't care.
Another one left.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So Razo's okay. He's fine, Coach. He's fine, Roberto. He's good.
He's good.
Right now, give him 30 minutes.
Go back.
Oh man. You know what? Like I said, we didn't have a theme today. I missed you guys. It's just been fun having the plática, just checking in with you guys. I see all the comments. All right. So if you guys have any kind of questions, we'll take a couple before we get going. It's 9:25 right now. Roberto has an early flight. I gotta wake up at 5 o'clock because Mateo has a workout in the morning. So we'll be all right. So if you guys have any kind of questions that are good boxing questions, not like, hey, where's the fight at or where can I get tickets, go ahead and jump them in right now. But before that, thanks a lot to everybody that sends messages all the time, and I'm gonna go through it because I actually saved them on my phone today. Where are we at? Danielle Ochoa, I thank you so much. I think that's the family that's in Blythe, right, Coach?
Correct.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Ochoa. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
supportive, super nice
They're
people.
very-
Thank you
they're
so
very
much.
supportive.
Mikey V, of course. And Coach, who is your buddy that fixes the tractors? I forgot his name.
Oh, that's no, the tractor doctor.
No, the tractor
Yeah.
doctor.
Hey,
Yeah.
So after that, I mean, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, right? I was talking about not eating, and I was fasting and blah. The tractor doctor starts sending me little videos, and he had the barrel.
I told
Yeah.
you. He had
And he goes, "Hey, Michelada, check this out." And he showed me all the ribs and chicken, and I'm like, "Come on, bro, not yet, not now. I still had another day or two."
Roberto, was I lying? Was I lying
Nope.
about it?
No,
Hey,
un
look,
barril,
Yeah,
cooking everything from the bottom up. Oh my
Exactly.
God!
He made that. Last week, I went up north, right? Because I mean, unfortunately, one of my uncles passed here in town, and one of my wife's uncles passed in Delano, right? So the services were the same days, Wednesday and Thursday. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go here with my family on Wednesday, and the services are in the afternoon from 6 to 12. So I went over there in the afternoon. I was there till about maybe 8:39, and I called my wife and said, get ready. We're gonna go up north to your families. So we drove at night. We got up there to Delano 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning. We're out there, and I called him, and he tells me, Coach, I got your barrel. You want to pick it up? I go, dude, it doesn't fit in my car, But he has a barrel for me since the first time, Roberto, that I saw him cooking chickens, tri-tip. He just, like he told me, Coach, all this right here, you just put it on and leave it there 1 hour, 2 hours. It sale crispy, Coach. Like those videos that he sent you, how did that look?
Oh, man.
Oh, incredible. He hooks them up. He hooks them up and they're hanging. And then it's like you got the fire, but it's also the smoke. So you can see where it's almost like you have a smoker, but you have direct flame at the same time. So it has to be very tasty. It has to be very tasty.
He pulls them out and he shows them how golden they are. The chickens, they come out really golden. The tri-tip and everything. I mean, he just has the fire on there, and then he has the cover, and then he opens it up a little bit. Depends on how you want it. But like he says, 1 hour, hour and a half, just leave it there, and it cooks by itself.
Aquí tenemos de todo. We got beer people like Chew Your Beer. We got Nono the Tractor Doctor who's making food in the Central Valley. We got
Beer One.
Beer Me. Beer One.
Beer
Me 760. The Micheladas, the Chabelas. Imagine That Workshop who makes signs. On ThursDIAZ, we got everything you need. Like I don't know if I need it, but we got everything you need. So we'll take care of you for everything you want. So we'll take care of it all the time. Let's see here. Let's get to the question. Okay, hey, let's keep it topical. This week, Taylor and Taylor and Ramirez. Any thoughts on that?
I like the fight. Obviously, whenever you have two undefeated world champions facing each other, unification for all the belts, you have the two best fighters in the division, proven. I like it for a very close. I see one guy winning one round, the next round, the other guy winning. I see it going back and forth, and then at the end, a close but not controversial decision win for Jose Ramirez.
Ooh, close, controversial win for Jose Ramirez.
No, not controversial. Close, but the right guy will win.
Okay. Coach?
Yeah, to me, it's from day one, I always said it was a 50-50 fight, honestly. It's just based on how the preparation and how they're feeling. Because if Ramirez doesn't have the proper plan, I think Taylor can ruin his night. But if he's physically and mentally in the right spot, he can apply pressure, and he can show Taylor something he's never seen before.
Boom.
And he'll win. But like I said, it's based on their preparation, how they're feeling, because Taylor can honestly ruin Ramirez's night. But from the beginning, I'm leaning more towards Ramirez.
That'll be a fun one on a Saturday night. Where am I at Saturday? Oh, I'm in Tijuana. I'm at Big Punch Arena, so I will not be watching that fight. You can watch it on. Just follow my social media. You'll see it. It'll be available on YouTube. It's going to be a Tijuana show done in English with me and Jessica Rosales. So, as they would say, there's madre, and we're getting paid, Coach. It's all that matters. I've always wanted to do a fight at Big Punch Arena, so we're going to have that ready to go. Antonio keeps on wanting to come to the show, so I don't think so.
Can't wait for your stories next week.
Big Punch Arena, I'm almost positive then you're working for Jibaro Perez.
No, it's being done by NGBA Boxing in Linwood. They're doing it. They're putting on their first show. And honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen. Elite Boxing Promotions was called. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I still got to figure out if I'm driving across or if I'm going to walk across. And all I know is that I told Jessica Rosales, don't worry, Jess, it's fine. We're taken care of. I lied to her just so she'd work with me. So hopefully we have a show on the way back. We'll be all right.
If you need anything, let me know. I got Diego Morales there who I mean, from La Zona Norte, he'll make sure you're taken care of. That's Eric Morales' younger brother. So
okay, all
just
right.
give
Well
you
then,
all-
The
see,
Quirarte brothers are there also.
see, the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
Don Romulo, Don Romulo and
all right.
his family. Yes,
The
right,
best is
exactly.
like Jessica's like, am I okay? You know, Jessica, she's like really tiny. She's like Jeremiah size, so it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. So she's like all figuring it out. So it'll be fun. I'm gonna give you the update. Big Punch Arena Saturday, Elite Boxing. This is one. Pheno Boxing is going for you, Roberto. What's the funniest event you can share about Barrera or Morales? A fun story. Not one where they hate each other. We heard about El Coyote. What's a funny one that you can think about?
Oh, I could tell you right now. A few weeks ago, they were in town. We went to lunch, and it's funny how now they get along, but they're still messing with each other. And it's funny now being friends of both. Their careers are over. It's not passionate hate, but it's still funny how they throw jabs at each other. Marco will say something like, "I'm your daddy, tú eres mi hijo." Morales will come back and say, "Yeah, because you're my grandson, like I'm one over you." So it's funny how they're going back and forth, yet they could be talking in a civil conversation, and then they'll throw that jab. And it keeps going, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going back and forth, and it's just hilarious to see that going on right now. I was actually talking to Eric Morales earlier today, and I saw videos. He's up in El Otomí training, and it's very motivating to see. It's the typical once you learn how to ride a bike, you'll never forget.
Yeah.
Eric Morales right now, if you see the videos, and obviously he's been gone, retired from boxing, but if you see the videos of him hitting the mitts, it's those same movements that he always had.
Man.
It's the same movements. And you see him coming back, and it's like, wow, it's impressive. And I told him, Eric, you look good, man. And he's only been training probably for a few weeks.
Why is he training?
Because you're going to see Barrera Morales #4.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Oh wait, a real one or exhibition?
Well, look, Marco's doing a fight with
Caras.
Otto Caras because he doesn't want to step into the ring for the first time and be Morales. What does that tell you? I want to get ready.
Wait a minute.
And it's like, wait a minute. It's an exhibition. I'll tell you what. Believe it or not, and they know, and that's why they're doing it. Why would Morales go all the way to Otomí to train for an exhibition? Because once that bell rings, it's not an exhibition in their mind. They're both there to win. They're both there to beat each other. They're both there to, I'm not going to get embarrassed by you.
It's pride.
And once, there's pride and honor. And once one lands, the other one's going to say, okay, come on, let's go. We've been friends the last few years. We tolerate each other, but let's bring this back. Let's run it back.
You're telling me that Morales is doing a tune-up fight with Soto Caras?
No, Barrera.
Barrera's doing a tune-up fight with Soto Caras to get ready for Eric Morales for an exhibition. Exhibition, right.
It's a tune-up. I'm not saying that Soto Caras is a tune-up for anybody. In fact, Soto Caras, I was like, Marco, could you have got somebody else? I mean, Soto Caras has been training, active. He trains fighters. He's much bigger. But he's like, but he's this frame of Morales. He's, is big. I want to get ready for Morales. It's an exhibition here. Man. I think here, Soto, they're going to wear, headgear. With Morales, they're still undecided if they're wearing headgear, what size of gloves, how many minute rounds.
What color gloves?
Okay.
What color brand?
Where's El Coyote going to be at?
The Coyote will probably now be in the middle. He'll now be in the middle and say, I'm staying in the neutral this time.
El Coyote has to be there. Just because of the story that you told, how he brought in one, he brought in another. Ay, Dios mío. That's hilarious because not that it's a grudge, it's just they're competitive no matter what.
El Coyote's been having some health issues. He's been in the hospital, so hopefully.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, then we need him healthy for what? July 16th? All right, so Coyote, vámonos.
July 16th, I believe, is the date in Texas.
If I'm not mistaken, he had a kidney transplant. I think his daughter donated a kidney to him. Yeah, but Yeah, El Coyote, he's been having some health issues. He's okay now, but
Wow.
I think his daughter donated a kidney for him.
Wow, Coach, man, there's all kinds of breaking news today. This is better than TV Noticias right here. Okay, Fino Boxing says that Barrera and Morales are going to have a podcast together.
Yeah, you know what? It's a great idea. They'll be talking about inside background training. I think it's a great un round más, I believe it's called. One more round. And whoever came up with the idea, I think it's amazing. It's a great idea just to see them together, talking about their history, talking about training, talking about other fights, and just talking about boxing in general, the state of boxing today. And them two together, obviously, they're not going to agree all the time. Obviously, they're going to they're going to disagree more than they agree. But I think hearing from both of them, the fans are going to get a lot of enjoyment.
That's pretty cool. And as long if they want, there's an invitation to ThursDIAZ. If they want to come on and promote, you know what, we should. Where'd Coach go? Coach is acting like me that night. I started telling everybody off where he just disappeared. This is what it was like that night, Roberto, where it's like, watch, here it is. It's all of a sudden just, all right. No, I said, Coach, that you acted like me that night where I was telling everybody off.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I had to go flush the radiator.
There you go. Don't worry, Coach. look who just showed up.
Oh, man. My night is just ruined.
Toño Diaz shows up. Toño, I told you got 2 minutes to come on the show. All right, what are you selling?
The real truth.
What am I selling? What am I selling? Today, nothing. Look, I have a regular shirt. I don't have my 1999 shirt today.
Dude, 1999.
Yeah, so last week, Roberto, Toño comes on the show, and he's wearing a shirt of his from 1999. It said Antonio Diaz. Nobody promotes Antonio Diaz better than Antonio Diaz.
Yeah.
And the shirt was nice. He still fit into it. It was good shape. So that shirt over 20 years, and it's still looking good. So he was promoting himself. But me being me, I'm like, Toño, stand up. Let's take a picture of this. And all the Chusma took a picture.
You told everybody.
Toño took a picture, and I told everybody, all right. Now, I was like, hey, it didn't work. Toño, do it again. And I told everybody, take a picture, screenshot it, and tag us. That's why people were tagging you last week on Toño Diaz pictures. That's why.
Yeah, it was a lot of time. A lot of people tagging.
The Chusma came strong. All right, now, Toño, you heard earlier in the show Roberto saying that fight that you said is a make-believe fight. Was Arce on that card?
Yeah, I think, no, it was a Chavez Jr. It was Chavez Jr. I think Arce was in the card too, but the main event was Chavez Jr. So when Chavez Jr. was barely coming up, and he didn't look that great, and his dad was so upset, and the fans were so upset because they stopped the fight like prematurely, just to make Chavez Jr. look good, and people were just booing and. I mean, they were talking bad things about them, and they're like, que chinguen a su whatever. They're like, you remember when we were in the dressing room and Chavez Sr. was like, he was all pissed on me, no la pedaron, que tú eres chingón. But they had stopped the fight like prematurely. And then,
was that fight at the Plaza de Toros?
No, I fought at the Plaza de Toros when he fought the Argentino. That's where I fought. I fought the kid Castro. That was 18 and 1 with 18 knockouts, 17 knockouts.
That's the one I saw Toño at. Because I saw Toño.
No. This fight was cut 2 fights before that one.
And where was that at?
At some baseball park in the middle of nowhere in Tijuana. You remember, Joe? You remember? We were there. We showed up. We go to San Diego. They tell me, hey, you have your room at the So Hotel right there in the Hotel Circle in San Diego. All right, so we check in. We're gonna pick you up at a certain time to take you to the weigh-ins. All right. So we're there. I'm spinning gun, losing my last ounces, trying to get a little workout. And then I'm calling my manager. Hey, what's going on with the weights? Oh, hold on. I'll call you back right now. So finally, I see the back in the days I was
the coordinator.
Back in the day we had AOL when we had to log in and wait for the little monitor to be running. So I'll be waiting just to see what's going on, and then finally I see the weigh-ins are over. So I called my manager, dude. I go, the weight's already over. What do I show up? How much do you weigh? I go, I just weighed myself and I'm 142. Okay, you're good. You're on weight. I'm like, oh man. You remember, Joe? You remember? After I told y'all, hey, dude, let's go eat.
You see?
We went to a restaurant.
On behalf of all the Diaz family, we're sorry for this.
You remember? Cheers, guys.
I'm just stuck on the little monito from AOL.
Yeah, you remember, dude. I remember because back. You remember because back in the days, I started AOL, and then I would go to training camp to Big Bear or wherever I was training. I would take a computer. I would take my big computer, and I would plug in the phone. I would tell the guys, hey, don't use the phone. I'm using it on the internet. I'll plug it in, and then I log in. The little monito running. Yeah, until fully, like 60 minutes later, you logged in.
You got mail, huh, Toño? You're all excited.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Roberto, you see why my mom don't like him?
I know. Now I can understand. Now I can understand.
This
Hey,
is
just because of that, I'm gonna get screwed today.
Hey, that's a bottle of vodka right there.
That's how I got screwed.
Hey, that's a
I'm gonna get screwed.
Look,
I'm gonna get screwed.
Oh my god. Oh my
Joe,
god.
yeah. She's the screw. She's a vodka.
This is.
Oh my God.
Ay, Toño.
Oh, hey, guys, before I continue, I'm gonna say a shout out to. Sorry, guys.
No shout outs.
To Razo,
No shouts.
Yeah.
No shout
Razo
outs.
and Omar, I sent you the picture. They're harassing me, dude. You better send a shout out. Or else, like, I'll say
No,
it. Okay?
no shout outs. So this guy comes. No, Roberto,
you
this guy comes out last week. He's like, okay, I want to send a shout out. Like, no shout outs. Let's just talk. Let's just talk.
Hey, is Joel sending shout outs to somebody to give him beer?
But Joel is part of the show. It's ThursDIAZ. You are a viewer. You are a special guest.
you just a choose one.
Hey, the guest can also say a shout out?
The guest can also get hung up on.
You just a choose one.
Hey, good thing my iPad was charged, not like Russell's.
Toño, you're the best.
I have to tell you guys. Yeah. So Razzle tells me, they asked me, what time's your flight get there? Oh, well, I arrive at this time. Are you going to send a car for me? Yeah, we'll send somebody to pick you up. So Razzle arrives and lands in Hermosillo. A guy shows up. You're Razzle? Yeah, okay, come with me. Puts him in the car, and Razzle's like, chingon, now we're heading to wherever the place is at. They drop him off at the bus station. They give him a ticket and say, okay, get on this bus. It'll drop you off. Razzle calls me and says, bro, I'm on the bus with chicken. I said, what do you mean on the bus? He said, I said, they were supposed to pick you up. He goes, yeah, they picked me up to take me to the bus station and put me on the bus. He said, no, man. All I said was, better you than me, cabrón.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Roberto,
I think they're about an hour and a half.
You should have Roberto, you should have told Razzle, hey, Razzle, it could have been worse. It could have been me.
That's a great line right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Worse. It could have been me.
So for next week, I'm looking at my schedule right now. I might be in Vegas.
We.
What's it?
We.
Well, you're French?
Yeah, we.
Why?
I'll drive you, Razzle. I'll drive you, Beto. I'll drive you.
Why?
Because I drove you to Mexicali. I took you safe. I brought you back safe.
Wait, you want to go to the fight next week?
Well, if you invite me, yeah.
No, I'm not inviting you. I don't have any tickets. I have no promises. I have no tickets. I have nothing at all.
If I go, I'll call you para llevarte. I'll drop you off. I'll take you. Hey, for Tijuana, you might want to go walking for Tijuana.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to take you with you. All right, so next week, there's going to be a ThursDIAZ. We don't know what's going on. We'll try to figure it out. All right, we'll definitely do a show next week, I think.
I have an announcement to make.
Uh-oh. Roberto's throwing hand signs.
Okay.
5-0. 5-0. Linares is going to have 5 wins and Matchroom 0.
I believe
Where are the other 4? Wait, what are the 4?
I believe Ned is gonna win.
He beat Kevin Mitchell.
Okay.
He beat Anthony Crolla twice. He beat Luke Campbell.
Oh.
And on the 29th, he'll beat Haney. 5-0.
So Linares against Matchroom 5-0. Oh.
Yeah.
And Haney's a big favorite for those of you guys like to gamble.
Yeah.
He's a
Absolutely.
huge favorite.
I've
That's
known
what's
Haney
gonna-
since the amateurs.
Like Coach Diaz said, Coach Hoyle earlier said, that's what makes a victory even more sabroso. When
Well,
all
nobody gives
odds
you a
and
chance.
everybody believes you have no shot and you prove them wrong, it makes it even more special.
And Valentin Romero jumps in. Team Quigley. Valentin, the official photographer of ThursDIAZ, if he ever shows up for a photo shoot, we will do it right there. Coach, you said you had an announcement. What do you got?
3 weeks from today, we're gonna be doing ThursDIAZ from the gym.
Oh, it's
In full
open?
effect.
It's
Like I
open.
said, in 3 weeks from today, we're gonna be in full
And-
effect.
And there's
In full
great
effect.
Wi-Fi.
And there's great Wi-Fi over there.
Wait, on the 10th?
Yes.
June 10th.
Three
So the new
3
gym
weeks
is
from
opening
today.
up?
3 weeks from today, we're gonna be in full effect over there.
No way.
Doing ThursDIAZ.
And we have to have a real, right there from the gym, everybody there. Una fiesta, una comida, y un mariachi. Let's do it.
Let's do
What?
it.
Yeah.
Hey, those
For
are
the
my
grand
plans,
opening.
Roberto. Those are my plans. You're
Oh,
gonna see.
Beautiful.
Hey, you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be amazed of how things are gonna work out.
Monio, you got to bring the banda.
Got it.
June
Done.
10th.
Done.
Interesting.
Done.
Wow, 3 weeks. I'm looking at my calendar right now. That's possible. Wow. Okay. That's very possible that could be done.
That place is looking
ThursDIAZ.
awesome inside. Awesome.
Oh man, that place is looking, dude.
I don't know if you saw,
I'm
I don't know if you
telling
saw Joel's story yesterday.
Yeah.
We're putting
I did.
some of the lights and
But
the covers.
but yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
showing. I'm not showing everything.
Not everything.
Because I don't want to show everything yet. Because everything's looking great, man. I'm gonna tell you. In 3 weeks from today, we're gonna be in full effect over there.
Wow. That is cool. That's awesome because we've been following along the process, and right there we can finally see Razo pay off the bet in the Packers jersey. Okay, we can see that. That'll be
He hasn't
good.
paid me.
Hey, look, I started picking up trash, cleaning out trash out of the building, June 25th of last year.
Wait, yeah, it was June. It was right before 4th of July. That is
Oh,
crazy.
1 year practically from start to finish.
Wow.
June 25th, because I got my first picture and video. When I went in there and started cleaning all the trash, it was June 25th. So it's gonna be about 1 year of just
When you almost got beat up by the homeless guy
yeah.
for kicking him out of his place.
Now I got this. Why am I getting? I just saw my phone right now.
Sorry.
Why am I getting this message, Toño? What is this? What is this, Toño?
Razo dog. Look at that.
That's
That's
why
Razo.
Why are you sending me these pictures, Toño?
because watch. When you told me, Toño, jump in, I was jumping in and I get a call and I couldn't jump in because I was getting the face hair call. I'm like, man, I hang up like twice. And finally I said, you know what do you want? He goes, hey, what are you doing? You watch this? No, I'm like, I'm about to jump in. What do you want? Okay, well, screenshot this and tell them that we were harassing you.
Gee.
Hi,
So I told you they're harassing me, bro.
Who are they? It's Razo and who?
That's Razo and
Evan
Omar, so
Sanchez's
that's,
father.
Evan's dad.
Oh, okay. So
That's what I said. I want to send a shout out to Evan Sanchez's dad, Omar, and Razo, because they told me, you better send a shout out. We'll watch it.
this is why we don't send shoutouts. Because of that.
See?
See, because now, Toño, you started doing that. Now everybody's going to start saying, I want to shout out Toño. No, because Toño, now you showed a picture, now you sent a shout out, and now everybody's going to do this. What about me? So now Evan Sanchez is your... No.
Hey, I didn't show it. You showed it. You should have never showed it.
No, because
I just
you-
sent it to you. That's why it took long to log in.
No, you sent it to... Toño, why...
Yes,
But
sir.
he's right. He's right. I got to support my 49er. You showed the picture.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
No, you're right. But I'm showing it because, Toño, you're sending me a picture of people I don't know.
No, you know Razo?
Better than he showed you a picture.
Hey, You know Razo and the big Kawama he had. You know that. You know that. That's two. That's enough.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the reason I sent you the picture was because you told me, jump in. And I was taking long because every time I tried logging in, they were FaceTiming me. And my iPad was ringing, so I'm like, man. So
I believe him because Razo is trying to block Tonio from getting airtime.
That's
Just
what
like
it is.
he blocked
That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh my goodness.
He's
All right.
jealous of Tonio getting more
Great.
airtime. In fact, right now, Tonio has 3 minutes more. It's almost time for Tonio's rest period. Remember where he takes a break?
Yeah.
He takes a break.
Yeah.
That's
Take a break.
oh, the best is that everybody
Between
now. Anytime a fighter's in trouble, oh, he took a break like Tonio. He took a break.
Between the fourth and the 4:56, we take a break. I used to take a break 4:56. Come back.
So in
stronger at
other
7.
words, Netty's just taking a break right now.
Yeah.
he
No,
is.
well, actually, Nettie, le pasó what happened to me con Mosley. We took a break and I got stopped in the 6th. I was just waiting for that 7th to kick in, and the referee stopped it too quick. If that 7th would have kicked in, dude, Mosley was gonna be in trouble.
In trouble.
Yeah, cause he got me right in between my break.
Tonio, you're the best. You are the absolute best, Tonio. We love you. Well, 3 of us love you. We love you. You're fantastic.
I don't like him. Don't get me involved. I don't like him.
It's just
Hey, as long as my mom loves me, when I go home to her house, she gives me my tortillitas con queso, con chilito.
because, as somebody said,
That's all that matters.
it makes sense in your head, Tonio. That's all that matters. As long as it makes sense to you.
Yep. It does make sense.
All right. We will we'll do this again next week. ThursDIAZ, as always. Thank you to Tonio and his fans. The Chuzma
Thank you, my
is
fans.
there.
Choose
Tonio,
my fans.
do not shout anybody out right now, Tonio.
I'm not shouting nobody out. I said thank you guys. Thank you.
That's the only reason why he jumps in, just to make shout out, because
No.
he has a list of people he shouts out.
I
to
don't shout nobody out.
No, because you're gonna get
No
banned.
way.
You're gonna get banned. Wait, is Razo Razo is still watching this right now? He is.
Probably.
Razo's leaving comments. No, que the Wi-Fi, my computer, and this and that. Okay,
You know, he said
It's not Razo,
the
it's
Wi-Fi was bad.
yeah. All right.
He said his Wi-Fi was great.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Roberto, we'll talk about going to Vegas this week. We're so glad that you're back, Roberto. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Safe
guys.
travels.
Thank you. It was so good to see you. Thank you.
And Coach, we'll talk about possibly doing something on the 10th in the Coachella Valley. So the new gym is on its way. And thank you for coming back. To all the fans, we appreciate you guys. And Coach, it was fun. We missed you a lot.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No, we didn't.
And, you know,
We didn't.
Ya ves?
see,
Sorry.
he's here for the shoutouts. But hey, I
We
miss
missed
you,
you,
Roberto.
Robert. We missed you.
Hey, hey, Roberto, I'm happy to see you again. Beto,
Me
I'm
too.
Happy to see you.
Yeah, look, we got rid of him.
Tonio, I'm tired
No.
of seeing you every day.
Damn.
He's not even there. We can hear him, but we can't see him. So don't worry. All right, so another edition of
Have a
Thursday.
good night.
Make sure you guys rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. And if you still need a sticker, I got a couple left. Hit me up on Instagram. And we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching for another edition of ThursDIAZ. Good night, everybody.
Bye, my fans.
Good night. Bye-bye.